Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new practice routine from Rope for a Cue. And my name's Ad, and I'm going to take you through it. This one's a fun one, I hope you enjoy it. It's a bit more advanced than what I've been shown before, but it's still fairly straightforward, and it's good for beginners to somewhere in between intermediate. Basically, it's about positions on the pink spot, but it's not just about putting the ball down and trying to put the pink into the four main pockets. It's about trying to get from the blue spot, or rather from position on the blue, into those four main positions. So every attempt is going to consist of, or every successful attempt rather, is going to consist of two shots. That is the shot on the ball on the blue spot, trying to get into the required position, and then the pot into the target pocket. And you can see at the moment the target pocket is the bottom right hand corner. So what I'm trying to do is get on the pink, land the position on the pink from the ball on the blue spot, so I can pot into the bottom right corner. So as you can see there, I got pretty much good position there, so got to get this pot in, and the attempt is only successful if I pot the pink, basically, which means that I can get perfect position on the pink like this and still miss the pink and it doesn't account. But it means I can also get not so great position and pot a really difficult shot and that still counts. So it's, horses for courses. The scoreboard's quite complicated, and it was pretty complicated to put together in the editing, so you'll have to bear with me. But you can see now the target is, so that was a successful attempt. I got position and I got the pink in. So the target has now moved round the table to the bottom left corner. And you can see on the scoreboard, you've got on the number in the middle is the total number of attempts I've taken so far. And then on the right of that, it says RHS, which stands for right hand side. And that is basically when I'm going to be playing from the right hand side of the table. And then, as I say, it's very complicated. I might redo this scoreboard at some point, but RC means right corner. So how many attempts it's taken me to get the pink in the right corner. LC is left corner. RM is right middle. LM is left middle. And then basically once I've done successful on the right hand side of the table, I'll swap everything around and we'll repeat the whole process on the left hand side of the table, except that the order of the pockets will be slightly different. It'll be the same order relatively speaking, but it'll be different order for us watching. So you can see there I got that in my first attempt. So now the positional shot becomes a bit harder because I'm playing for the pink into the right middle, which is basically the pocket I'm essentially leaning over to take the shot. So what I'm looking to do here is stun the cue ball down the table to the far side of basically the far side of the table, past the pink, and have some kind of shot into the right middle. So I'm sort of hitting halfway down the white with a little bit of pace, and hopefully it'll run through. But as you see, it didn't there, so I need to hit it a bit harder, or probably a combination of a little bit harder and also not so low on the white. If you have any suggestions about how I can make this challenge clearer on the scoreboard and the graphics, then let me know, because I couldn't really find a better way. But there you see, that is, it's run on a little bit far, so I've got a difficult shot, but I have got at least got a shot. But that was the kind of shot I'm going for. It ran on maybe a couple of balls, a couple of turns, a couple of rolls too far, essentially. But still, I've got a shot on this middle pocket at least. And yeah, the idea of this is to see how many attempts in total it takes me to do, all four positions from the right-hand side of the table and all four positions from the left-hand side of the table. So minimum obviously is going to be 8 attempts, but how close to 8 will I get? Spoiler alert, it's already going to be more than 8. But I did that one in 2 attempts, so that's not too bad. Now this is the hardest of the shots. This is playing on the pink into the left middle, so this is a screw shot with a bit of pace. So I'm trying to stun screw, whatever it is, down the table, staying on this side of the table, but basically running past the pink, so I've got a shot into the left middle. So I'm hitting a bit lower on a little bit lower on the white than the last shot, and I'm hitting it a bit harder. But I'm not hitting it completely the bottom like I would do for a proper screw shot. So I don't even play that shot. I'm not sure why I didn't. I think it was probably potable, but I just pick it up and start again. And not low enough on the white that time, so it went to the other side of the table. That would have been a good shot for the previous setup, but never mind. That's more like it. So I came pretty close to the pink, but managed to control the pace enough so that it didn't run too far past. And I think I've pretty much got perfect position for this shot into the left middle. And there we have it. So that's the right-hand side of the table complete. So I did that in 9 shots, 9 out of 9 shots in total. That's not too bad. And now we set everything up on the other side of the table. I should say, in terms of the position, I'm using a ball marker for the position of the cue ball, so it's the same shot each time. I should have said this at the start of the session. It's the same position on the ball on the blue spot every time. So I'm using a ball marker, and what I'm looking for is kind of like somewhere between a 3/4 and a half ball shot on the blue spot ball to give me the angle to essentially access all parts of the table. If you have it too thin a cut, like if you go to a half ball cut, it is still possible, but it's much more difficult to control the pace of the cue ball. If you go to a quarter ball, then again, it's still possible, but you have to hit the balls a bit harder just to get the ball moving. At each session, like, the ball won't be exactly the same place, but the point is it's in the same place for the whole of the attempts. So yeah, here we go. So I'm playing for the left corner this time. So I'm going to do a bit of a run through and try and play for the left corner. That's pretty much perfect, I think. But there is an example of the positional shot going very well, getting perfect position, but then messing up the shot on the pink. So having to do it again, basically. It's rather frustrating, but it is what it is. That's where this challenge works. And I've overhit that one, so I don't even think I'd bother taking it. No, I'll just replace it. That's a bit better. Pretty much perfect again, so can I get this shot in this time? There we go, that's better. So that's that one done. So now we're playing for the right corner. So this is a screw shot. Just want a slowish, medium pace screw shot back for position on the pink, and that's pretty much perfect positionally. So can I get this ball in and not have to repeat the shot? But no, I was overstretching a little bit, and yeah, missed the shot. So I've got to do that one again. Didn't quite come far enough. I don't even think I'd take it because I don't think I could be bothered to get the rest out. Very lazy, I know, but wasn't quite the position I was looking for. So I'll try that again. And then I missed the shot on the blue, which was rather disappointing. That's better. So I've come low enough so that I can get to the shot much easier without stretching. Don't need the rest. There we go. And then I get the bright idea of getting my phone camera out and filming some slow motion shots of the screw on the cue ball, since I'm using my spotty ball. So now I'm playing for the left middle. So it's a bit of a sort of stun run through to try and access the. And this is that shot from the angle of the phone. Yeah, I mean, you can see that basically it's a pretty much stun shot. The cue ball wasn't spinning when it hit the white, so pretty much went 90 degrees to the angle from where the object ball went, and landed pretty much nicely on the pink, just slightly out of frame. Didn't quite get the framing right on the camera. But this is the shot I'm left with. Quite a long pot into this left middle. But that is a nice pot, even if I do so myself. So move on from that one. So this is a shot. It's playing for the right middle now. So this is a screw, somewhere between a screw and a stun shot, down to the other side of the keeping on the left hand side of the table, but didn't quite manage that time. Not enough screw on the cue ball, so I'll try that again. Hit that a little bit too hard, missed the pot, and also over screwed over too much pace, basically. Too much pace all around. Not enough. Not sure if it was not enough pace or not enough screw there. This is definitely the hardest of the shots. That's better. That's the shot. So left myself a nice shot. So this is what that looked like. So you can see the cue ball was spinning backwards a little bit when it impacted the object ball, but not a load. So it sort of stunned just over 90 degrees past the pink. I can't explain that any better, sorry. Yeah, I probably need to cut these slow motion shots down a little bit. Yeah, so that's the shot I'm left myself with. I think it's just off straight, but the cue ball's nice. It's a nice distance from the pink, so this should be a relatively easy pot into this middle pocket. Can I get it done? No, I catch the near jaw, which I'm prone to do on those middle pockets. So I've got to do that again. cannon the pink. Any kind of cannon on the pink, even if it lands me in good position for the pocket I'm aiming for, is a fail. Basically, because I'm not playing to cannon. Massively overscrewed that, but that is an alternative way of doing it. So there's no you don't necessarily have to get positioned the way I'm getting positioned. You can do that shot and just put a lot of screw on the cue ball, come off the cushion and land in position, and maybe that is a better way of doing it because you've got a little bit more margin for error, I guess, with stopping the cue ball. But how about that? Maybe not quite rolled it far enough. Overcooked that a little bit, but it is possible. This is what this shot looked like. So yeah, go the cue ball spinning backwards, but hit it just a little bit too hard, I think. But it's rolling in exactly the right direction. It just needed to stop maybe 6 inches to a foot earlier than it did. I guess the only problem with using this ball marker that I've got, which is not really a ball marker, it's part of my cue, my straight cueing practice tool gadget thingy, is that it kind of raises the bed of the table up a bit behind the cue ball, so it's a little bit more difficult to get down towards the bottom of the cue ball, but it does mean I'm not hitting the cloth every time. But there you go, that was a difficult pot which I managed to sink. It's a shame I got that one but not the other one. But thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed this routine. I'm going to keep trying to better my score each time, and I'll see you in the next video.